Hello friends. Welcome back to Anu's ICO Reviews. Today we are reviewing the green solution for waste and data traceability in different industrial spheres, using innovative blockchain technology. The project I want to show you about today seeks to infiltrate the ranks of environmentalists, thereby reducing the production of oil waste from large shipping companies through its ideas, as well as taking control of other areas related to waste processing. And this project is called Carbon Offset Initiative, or abbreviated. As I said, the project will deal with the recycling of fuel waste produced by large marine vessels. It turns out that the number of bunker fuel waste in the near future will reach more than $4.5 billion. That naturally entails not only huge economic costs, but also a catastrophe of an environmental nature. After all, recycled fuel oil does not dissolve in water, but floats on its surface, poisoning everything around. In addition to all this, at the time of fuel generation, millions of tons of carbon raw materials are produced, which is also considered a waste that pollutes the air. And this is not all, because regardless of all these natural processes for the ship, as a result of its activities on board, a number of other wastes containing engine oil, a mixture of dirty salt and fresh water, as well as other residues of engine waste containing a larger amount of carbon dioxide are formed. If before all of this shipping companies without labor and remorse could bounce for board, then now, thanks to many green laws, them this to do flatly prohibited from owners whose vessels allowed themselves such a luxury, will be immediately fined around some and subjected to anti-advertising, which in the future may adversely affect the further full-fledged work of the company itself. Therefore, within the framework of the green law, all seaports must be equipped with so-called containers that collect all this waste and dispose of it in a green way. However, as practice shows, not always and everywhere it happens properly. Therefore, the founders of the Carbon Offset Initiative project, having extensive experience with the purification and green disposal of oily waters, decided to create their own project, where the three most important principles will be solved within a single blockchain network: timely, high quality and legal disposal of navigable slops. Okay, let's check the peculiar properties. Naturally, in order to take control of such a huge industry, we need worthy tools and technologies at the expense of which this whole global green project will be able to be realized. And as you have already noticed, blockchain technology fits perfectly into this concept. Know why? What principles of this technology will help to cope with the above problems? As it turned out, the answer to this question is quite simple. As far as we all remember, the blockchain structure is a constant space of the ledger, where once and for all a particular transaction is recorded, containing a number of information. Thanks to this feature, the founders of the Carbon Offset Initiative will be able to control various kinds of leaks, fuel theft and other quality controls of the entire shipping business. At the same time, the control system itself will consist of so-called two layers, where each of them will meet its requirements and collect data from both devices by means of software and hardware. All this will allow tens or even hundreds of times to improve the quality of waste disposal, as well as to take control of all the costs of shipping companies, allowing them to reduce their costs based on one or another statistics. However, under the leadership of a decentralized structure, Carbon Offset Initiative will fall, and other areas that also require clarity and control over the implementation of certain actions within the disposal of relevant waste, during which COI will be engaged in green recycling of electronic waste, emissions of which have long exceeded millions of tons around the world. As for the third direction of action, Carbon Offset Initiative, it refers to afforestation. As it turned out, under this direction, the team of founders, Carbon Offset Initiative, has long started to conduct its activities, recently planted more than 8.5 thousand trees on a plot of more than 100,000 square meters. But that's not all. It turns out the founders of the project are planting a special kind of tree that is able to absorb 10 times more carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, which naturally will significantly help in cleaning the air of the surrounding nature. At the same time, as stated by the creators of the Carbon Offset Initiative of the project, They are not going to stop there, and in the next 5 years they intend to plant such trees in area equal to 1 million square meters. Okay. Let's check about the advantages. As you have already noticed, the front of the Carbon Offset Initiative project is incredibly huge and it really has something to work on. At the same time, its founders intend to make maximum use of modern technologies and tools as their assistants, with the help of which they will be able to make a huge breakthrough in the field of green projects, and to demonstrate their effectiveness for business owners themselves, thus solving at the same time not only the topic of waste, but also environmentally friendly, mutually beneficial relations among the participants of one big business system. And the Carbon Offset Initiative project will allow to reuse and rationally use the resources spent on this or that activity, during which there will be many more advantages than disadvantages, which are available now. No, and that's not all advantages. After all, thanks to the built-in decentralized blockchain system, the Carbon Offset Initiative ecosystem is able to perform all the necessary actions, operations quickly, safely, and most importantly transparently, where each digit, file or data, will be invariably stored in the system absolution of certain data in such a huge structure. At the same time, all transactions will be unconditionally fixed by means of smart contract, which will make all business processes even more reliable and easier. Okay, let's check about the token. Naturally, in order to implement such a large-scale, but the extremely important environmental project, the founders intend to hold their ICO, which they hope to raise all the necessary funds for their further growth and development of the entire project. That is why, or rather for these purposes, the developers are ready to offer their token COI, for all investors who want to become part of a single good goal. When we check about the team behind this great project, as you can see here, Carbon Offset Initiative is driven toward the success by an excellent team that comprises highly qualified and well-experienced professionals. They are multi-year experience in the energy, finance and digital transformation sectors, rich experience on application development, and also social media, graphic designing, marketing, and communication, project management, business development, digital economy, and public affairs, cybersecurity and so on. Also, I would like to show the high experience of the founders of this project, who know firsthand how to properly it is necessary to dispose of certain wastes, having a clear, global and structured plan for the implementation of all their ideas. Personally, I like such projects that use for the benefit of all existing technologies of modern society, the introduction of which will improve not only the quality of our lives but also the state of our entire environment. For more information about COI project and their ICO, you can go through their white paper and check the description. You can find COI official website link and other social media links. Thanks for being with us ICO Reviews.